They can do all sorts of things, can't they? So another thing about what I wrote about in this book was how brothers and sisters feel in a family with someone who has a disability. And that can be sad for a brother and sister, or happy. So I talk about that in these books. I'm a teacher, and I went to school to be a teacher, and I love children. I'm the oldest of 4 children, and I just love children. So after my study, I was having a baby, and I thought, I know everything in the world about children. And then my baby was born missing a left hand. That was amazingly different. And I didn't know anything about that. Not a thing. So I had to almost go back to school to learn about prostheses, which are the tools you wear to help you hold things. And we went to doctors, and we went to therapists. And so I learned many more things because of my daughter, Courtney. Can you say Courtney? Courtney. And then we had 2 more boys, 2 more children. There were 2 boys. So we have 3 children, and now they're 26, 24, and 22 years old. Very old, very old. And they're graduated from university now. And when Courtney was born, though, I was sad. I was sad. And I had to learn to be happy again, but it was easy because I could look in Courtney's face, and she was so beautiful, just like you, Noah, and just like you, Hannah. And how could I be so worried when such a beautiful child was on the earth, right? So my youngest boy was 6 years old. He had an accident, and he got blinded in one eye. So he can't see on one eye. So if you close one eye right now, and you look around, that's how he sees the world. Now, he was pretty angry at the beginning, but he's okay now. He drives a car, and if he has to see on this side, he just turns his head a little bit more. He's just fine. He just does things differently. And that's what this book, Where Dreams Come True, is about. It's about a little girl, and is anyone here, did they read the book? Who read the book so far? Okay, good. It will be here if you want to buy one, or you don't have to. But the story is about a little girl who's 8 years old who starts to go to school for the first time. And it's fun, fun, fun. She's so excited because she loves to learn things. Does anyone here like school? Do you like to go to school? Oh, that's a good sign. Well, Sarah starts this story, and she's very excited because she's going to go to school for the first time. However, there's a difference for her. And I'm going to start reading a little bit of this, and you can tell me what the difference is, because you girls already know the secret of the book because they read it already. However, you guys, it's a little bit of a surprise. Every book has a surprise because you don't know how it ends if you haven't read it. Do you like to read, Hannah? Do you like to read? Yeah. It's very fun. It's like an adventure. You can go traveling inside the pages of a book. I love to read. This kind of store here is my favorite store. I don't like to go to other stores as much as bookstores because they're my favorite. So this book is a story about living in the 1800s in a culture called Amish country. Does anyone know what Amish country is? Well, I'll explain it to you because I live near this group of people. People live on farms and they have a German heritage. Usually the Amish speak German and American. A lot of times they live in America, but they used to live in Germany. And they live together, and they raise their own food, and they are all like a little community. And so that's where this is set, in the 1800s. So it's a little different than now. They don't have any cars. They don't have any electricity. How would you read a book if you don't have electricity? Yes?
We would see by the sun.
By the sun. God gave us the sun. That's right. How else might we read if we didn't have sun? What about cloudy days? Yes, Flavia?
You can get a candle.
A candle. What other type of thing can you read by? Anything else they invented before electricity besides candles? Yes? Oh, I thought he was... Is there something else you can pour oil in? You pour oil... yes, a lamp. That's right. So that's how Sarah, who lived in the 1880s, read books and stuff if it got dark. So the way I wrote this book was that most people in the Amish country have a German accent. And oftentimes they say, hello, ja, or I'm going to go to the outhouse, ja. So that's how they speak, because it's their accent. And we know lots of people who have different accents. Do you know what I mean by accent? It's a hard word. Do you have a little bit of an idea?
Yeah, like how you pronounce.
Exactly. Thank you, Flavia. It's how you pronounce things. If you are Italian, you might speak English like a person who knows Italian. Well, in America, if you are not just American and born in America, and you know English, and you come from another country, you have an accent. And so Sarah is trying to not have an accent because she's learning American English in her school. This is a story about every child, and you have some of the same things that Sarah has, even though you might not walk the way she walks, okay? So listen to something that's the same about you as Sarah, okay? And we'll talk about that after this reading. Chapter 1, Old Enough for School. Sarah Miller woke with a start. It is here, my first day of Amish school. It was Monday, the day after her 8th birthday celebration. Sarah's heart raced as she rolled out of bed before the rooster crowed. Her bedroom even felt excited. Mama peeked in Sarah's room. Her plain blue dress and starched apron swished with morning freshness. I thought I heard you, Sarah. The early bird is catching the worm, I see. Father says you may skip morning cow milking this first week of Shule. Mama pushed the last pin in her own blonde with gray hair, finishing her tidy appearance under her cap. Oh, thank you, Mama, Sarah said and hugged Mama's knees. Please, help me with my hair and my cap. Mama brushed her daughter's golden tresses. It feels good to have my hair combed and brushed. Mama finished brushing, then combed, parted, and pinned Sarah's curls. Grandmama's gift is perfect. Sarah smiled at her white starched birthday bonnet into the hand mirror. Yeah, Sarah, Grandmama has made her share of white veil caps. She is very good. Even the cool cotton cloth is difficult to starch so crisp. All proper Amish Shule girls need them. Mama pinned Sarah's last curl, hiding every wisp under her birthday cap. Hasn't Grandmama made them for every new schoolgirl born in our town of Hamburg? Mama nodded yes. Sarah remembered the story told so often by the adults in her village. It was almost 9 years since they came across the great Atlantic Ocean, the Great Sea, just before Sarah was born. Her grandmama had crafted dozens of caps and black bonnets for the little community's new school children ever since. Hamburg was first settled in the state of Pennsylvania. She made caps for cold and warm